Shit.
What's up guys? Today I'm going to review the T-Vape 2.0 by Square Smoke. First I was going to review the original T-Vape, but I decided I would go ahead and pick up the 2.0 to see what the differences were and if they made any significant impact on the performance of the product. Definitely glad I went that route. It turns out the 2.0, I think Square Smoke took a lot of customer feedback into consideration because pretty much not all, but most of my concerns with the original T-Vape have been addressed or improved in the 2.0. So I think that's a really cool thing that they've really taken care of the product with the next iteration of it.
Okay, so the first thing you'll notice if we open the box here, and clearly I've already opened my box. I'm trying to create the illusion, if you will, of doing the unboxing. So if things are a little scrambled inside, don't take it to heart. Obviously, instruction manual, things like that. All your basic accessories, the mouthpieces, batteries, and the charger. But I want to take a look at what I think is one of the first big key differences is the adjustable sizes. So here is a size for the T-Vape battery. And you'll notice here's a heating chamber. This is a larger heating chamber. This is a smaller heating chamber. This is the one that I use. I'll go ahead and connect it. And this is an extension for if you use the larger battery. So if you take a look, this is the total size of the T-Vape 2.0. I want to compare that to an original T-Vape. That is such a striking difference. I mean, calling this a portable vaporizer pen is kind of a stretch. So I just really like having this much smaller, much more portable option. And if you need to, you can swap out for a larger heating chamber if you want to use more inside your chamber. You can swap out for a larger battery if you want to have more power. Or if you're like me and you just want the, the most portable, convenient to carry, fits in your pocket option, you can just go with a small battery and a small heating chamber and it'll be fine. So I really like that about the T-Vape 2.0. So next up, and I think this is going to be easily overlooked but very important improvement, is the update to the mouthpiece. The original T-Vape mouthpiece looked like this. It had a ceramic filter inside, but what happened with me personally was the holes in this ceramic mouthpiece are a little bit small and it would restrict airflow whenever I tried to inhale. So naturally I'm not getting enough airflow, I'm not getting enough vapor, so I think there's some sort of problem, but I realized it was just I wasn't being able to inhale the vapor because of the restriction in airflow here. So my natural inclination was to, inhale harder, which only exacerbated the problem because now the herbs would go from the chamber and get sucked up towards the filter and block even more airflow. So it was just kind of a problem. I was ultimately able to address the problem by just removing the ceramic filter altogether. So I just took it out entirely, put it aside, and instead I placed a metal mesh filter over the chamber with no filter there and put that on top. And for you T-Vape 1 users out there, that was able to get plenty of airflow but also prevent herbs from going up through the mouthpiece or getting clogged. But with the T-Vape 2.0, all that is addressed right out the gate because there's now a spring in the mouthpiece, and that spring is going to push things down and keep them away from the filter. And if you're not even packing the chamber too much, you won't even have to worry about that. And the filter itself, I can't really see it, but whatever they've done, it just has much more airflow. It does a much better job of letting you inhale without having any restrictions in your airflow. Also, like the original T-Vape, the T-Vape 2.0 is extremely easy to clean, and this is really because the chamber, their tube oven here, is completely hollow, which just makes for a very simple process. You just take your packing tool and just push everything right out the chamber, and it's just that simple. It literally takes 5 seconds.
So another thing, and this can be a pro or a con, but it's about the batteries. Don't worry, batteries are included. So with the original T-Vape, the battery was built inside, so you would charge the actual device itself, which had this added convenience of being able to charge it wherever you were, so long as you could get your hands on a micro USB cable. The 2.0, probably as a result of having the different size configurations, they've gone through and made the batteries replaceable. So on the one hand, you have to charge the batteries in a separate external charger that most people aren't just going to have laying around. You lose a little bit of convenience in that you can't just charge it anywhere, but I think there's some added conveniences too. First off, if they're just replaceable batteries, you can have a backup battery that's already charged. So if your current battery dies, you just open up your device and replace it with a fully charged battery, and it's already at 100% again. So you don't have to worry about charging your device if you always carry backups. And you can always keep your depleted batteries charging while you're using your full batteries. So before we get to the vaping demonstration, I do want to talk about kind of the one thing I do take issue with the T-Vape 2.0 that wasn't addressed in the original T-Vape, and that is how you control the temperature of the heating chamber on your device. So as with most vaporizer pins, you turn the device on by pressing the power button 5 times fast. This turns the power button red, and when it turns green, after about a minute or two, you know that it's ready to start vaping. Now this will start with the heating chamber getting to 390 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a good starting point for vaporizing. And some people will leave it at that temperature. But there are those of us out there who require or prefer a higher temperature, and the chamber can get up to 420 degrees, but it's not extremely intuitive how to accomplish that. And by that I mean, to increase the temperature, you hold the power button down. Now, each second you hold the power button down, the chamber will increase by 1 degree. Unless you're a walking human clock, you're not going to know for sure what temperature your device is at unless you just go straight from 390 to 420. But if you do hold the power button down for 30 seconds, the power button will flash indicating that you are at the maximum temperature. So you can tell when you're at 420 degrees, you just can't tell when you're anything in between 390 and 420 without keeping a stopwatch on hand. But having said that, the device vapes well, so let's go ahead and take a look at the demonstration.
So here we have the initial temperature setting, which is 390 degrees Fahrenheit. As you can see, even at that temperature, getting a decent cloud of vapor. The vapor is dissipating quickly, it's not lingering. So even at the low setting, you're getting a good hit. Just end it here with a bit of a shorter puff, and then I'll move on to the higher setting. This is 420 degrees. As you can see, noticeably thicker clouds of vapor, and then here I take a bit of a longer draw, and you'll see a very thick cloud of vapor. So definitely good quality. And one last puff.
So overall, I think the T-Vape 2.0 is a solid product. I think it's significantly improved over the original T-Vape, so I do recommend the T-Vape 2.0. I think for me personally, those main reasons boil down to having 4 different size configurations that you can match for your preference of chamber size and battery life, and definitely having a much better mouthpiece for airflow are really what make this stand out above the original T-Vape. As always, for more reviews, tips, demonstrations, stay tuned to this YouTube channel, subscribe, like it, and if you want more vaporizers, you can always check out www.vapethatstore.com. We'll see you guys next time.